Ever wonder why some travelers get dirty looks during flights? These 8 secret airplane rules might be why other passengers get frustrated during air travel. Flight attendants notice these mistakes happening all the time, but they're too polite to tell people directly. Which big rule do most travelers break without even knowing it? Number 8. Middle seat gets the armrests. Have you ever been squished in the middle seat wondering if you're allowed to use both armrests? Good news, you absolutely are. The middle seat is the least desirable spot on any plane, so there's an unwritten rule that middle seat passengers get both armrests as a small comfort prize. This isn't just nice, it's fair airplane justice. The window seat person gets the wall to lean on and amazing views. The aisle seat person gets extra legroom and easy bathroom access. But what does the middle seat get? Those precious armrests are your only territory. Flight etiquette expert and former flight attendant Bobby Laurie confirms this rule, calling it the only perk to being stuck in the middle seat. A 2019 study by British Airways found that 67% of frequent flyers agree with this armrest rule, even though many don't know about it. When sitting in the middle seat, don't be shy, claim your armrests early and politely. A good trick is to settle in quickly and place your elbows on both armrests right away. If someone tries to take over, a friendly, "Do you mind if I use this armrest? I'm stuck in the middle," usually works. Most travelers will understand once they know about this widely accepted courtesy. Number 7. One overhead bin item per person. Ever stood in the aisle watching someone stuff 3 bags into the overhead bin while you're left holding your carry-on with nowhere to put it? The overhead bin is shared space that follows a simple rule. 1 standard-size carry-on item per person, with your smaller personal item under the seat in front. When people break this rule, others often have to check their bags at the gate, causing delays and frustration for everyone. According to the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) guidelines, airlines must ensure all items in overhead bins are properly secured before takeoff. The Association of Flight Attendants reports that overhead bin disputes are one of the top causes of passenger conflicts and flight delays. A 2022 study from Cornell University's School of Hotel Administration found that flights depart on time 17% more often when overhead bin rules are followed. To make sure you're using overhead bins correctly, measure your bag before flying. Most airlines limit carry-ons to 22 by 14 by 9 inches. When boarding, place your bag wheels first into the bin above your seat if possible. If your rose bin is full, look for space behind your seat rather than in front. This helps with efficient deplaning later. Remember to grab any items you'll need during the flight before stowing your bag, so you won't need to get up and access the bin repeatedly during the flight. Number 6. Wait for your turn to board and deplane. Don't you hate it when someone pushes past you to board when it's not their turn yet? Boarding and deplaning in the correct order isn't just about being polite. It actually makes the whole process faster for everyone. Airlines create specific boarding groups for a reason, to get hundreds of people onto a plane as quickly as possible. When people ignore these groups, they create traffic jams in the aisles that slow everything down. A research study by Boeing found that random, unstructured boarding takes about 30% longer than following the airline's boarding method. Source: Boeing Commercial Airplanes Boarding Study. The same goes for getting off the plane. Waiting for rows in front to clear first is actually faster overall than everyone standing up at once. Follow the boarding groups exactly as shown on your boarding pass, and you'll feel the satisfaction of moving smoothly through the process while others create chaos. When it's time to deplane, stay seated until the rows in front of you have cleared. You'll experience a more relaxed exit without the stress of being squished in the aisle. Plus, flight attendants notice and appreciate courteous passengers. Sometimes they even remember the nice ones on future flights. Number 5. Be prepared for security. Have you ever been stuck behind someone at security who's frantically digging through their bags looking for items they should have ready? Being prepared for security screening is one of the simplest ways to make airport travel smoother, not just for yourself, but for everyone behind you. The Transportation Security Administration, TSA, reports that a single unprepared passenger can slow down a security line by 2 to 3 minutes, affecting dozens of other travelers. Source: TSA Efficiency Reports. To sail through security with a smile, prepare before you even get in line. Have your ID and boarding pass in hand, wear easy-to-remove shoes, and put all metal items, keys, phone, change, in your carry-on before reaching the scanner. Place liquids in a clear, quart-sized bag near the top of your luggage for quick removal. You'll feel like a travel expert gliding through security in minutes while others scramble with their belongings. Regular travelers who follow this advice report spending up to 70% less time in security lines, according to a frequent business traveler survey. That means more time to relax at your gate or enjoy airport amenities instead of standing in a stressful line, wondering if you'll make your flight. Hit that subscribe button now to never miss our weekly travel secrets that most passengers don't know about. Number 4. Don't crowd the gate area. Have you noticed how stressful it feels when 50 people crowd around the gate even when their group isn't being called yet? Gate crowding is one of the biggest irritations for both airport staff and fellow passengers. According to a survey by SITA, a leading airline IT provider, gate congestion ranks as one of the top 5 stress factors for travelers. Source: SITA Passenger IT Insights. When too many people stand in front of the boarding area, it blocks the path for those who should actually be boarding. When you respect the boarding process by staying seated until your group is called, you'll enjoy a more peaceful pre-flight experience. Sitting comfortably with a book or scrolling through your phone feels so much better than standing awkwardly in crowd, constantly shuffling to let others pass. Gate agents actually notice the passengers who follow proper etiquette and sometimes even remember them positively on future flights. But whatever you do, don't push to the front claiming you have a tight connection when you don't. Gate agents hear this excuse constantly and can usually tell when someone is trying to board early without a real reason. Instead, arrive at the gate 30 minutes before boarding begins, find a seat nearby, and listen carefully for your group number. Number 3. Monitor your children. Ever wondered why some families seem to travel with perfectly behaved kids while others create chaos throughout the entire flight? Keeping children occupied and reasonably quiet on a flight isn't just courteous. It makes the journey more pleasant for everyone, including the kids themselves. According to a survey by Expedia, inattentive parents rank 3rd on the list of most annoying airplane behaviors, with 41% of respondents citing it as their biggest pet peeve. Source: Expedia Airplane Etiquette Study. When children are kept engaged with quiet activities, they're less likely to disturb others and more likely to enjoy the flight. Pack a small bag with new toys, books, or downloaded movies they haven't seen before. The Association of Flight Attendants recommends bringing headphones specially designed for children's smaller heads and sensitive hearing. You'll feel the relief of a peaceful journey instead of the stress of constantly shushing an unhappy child, while nearby passengers will silently thank you. Many parents report that their children behave better when flight expectations are discussed before the trip. But whatever you do, don't ignore it when your child repeatedly kicks the seat in front. This is the behavior most complained about by passengers. Instead, immediately address any disruptive behavior and apologize to affected passengers. Number 2. Reclining etiquette. Do you cringe when the person in front suddenly slams their seat back into your knees or right onto your open laptop? The great airplane seat recline debate continues to rage, but there are clear guidelines that considerate passengers follow. According to a Skyscanner survey, 91% of travelers think people should ask permission before reclining their seats, and many believe reclining during meal service is especially rude. Source: Skyscanner Air Travel Etiquette Survey. When you follow proper reclining etiquette, you'll enjoy your flight without the guilt of knowing someone behind you is silently fuming. Taking a quick glance behind before reclining, and then moving your seat back slowly gives the person behind you time to adjust their drink, laptop, or personal items. Many frequent flyers report more pleasant interactions with seatmates when they practice considerate reclining. A simple, "Do you mind if I recline my seat a bit?" works wonders for creating goodwill. Flight attendants recommend keeping seats upright during meal services and on short flights under 2 hours. But whatever you do, don't just slam your seat back without warning. This is the fastest way to create an enemy for the entire flight. Airlines report that seat reclining disputes are among the most common causes of mid-air passenger conflicts. Number 1. Respect the flight attendants. Have you ever wondered why some passengers get special treatment while others seem to be constantly overlooked? Flight attendants aren't just there to serve drinks. They're highly trained safety professionals whose primary job is keeping everyone safe. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, interfering with flight crew duties isn't just rude. It's actually against federal law and can result in fines up to $37,000 per violation. Source: FAA Unruly Passenger Prevention and Response. When you treat flight attendants with respect and follow their instructions promptly, you'll notice a dramatic difference in your flying experience. Many passengers report receiving better service, extra snacks, or even complimentary drinks simply by being polite and understanding. Flight attendants remember the passengers who make their difficult jobs easier. Sarah Nelson, president of the Association Flight Attendants, recommends making eye contact, saying please and thank you, and keeping headphones off during safety demonstrations as simple ways to show respect. But whatever you do, don't argue with flight attendants about safety instructions. This is a red flag that can quickly escalate to security involvement. Remember that flight attendants can be your biggest allies during travel disruptions if you've treated them well. These 8 unspoken flying rules can make travel better for everyone. Hit subscribe to get more helpful travel tips, and tell us in the comments which rules you see broken most often on your flights.